At this point, you know a little about how rules are made by agencies. Now we're going to discuss when you get to challenge a rule in a court of law, which is referred to as standing to sue, as well as the amount of judicial deference courts apply to agency final rules. As you may recall from the legal principles video, courts deal with cases and controversies. The Administrative Procedures Act takes this language and establishes certain requirements. The first is that the issue must have concluded all administrative remedies first before going to court. This is known as ripeness. The rule must be final. Okay, so let's say an issue is ripe for a judicial review. What exactly can you claim in a judicial action? There are four areas. The first is that the rule is arbitrary and capricious. Second, the action is unconstitutional. Third, the action is not consistent with statutory authority. And last, the agency failed to follow the procedures in the Administrative Procedures Act. By far the most common legal challenges involve claims of arbitrary and capriciousness and not following the APA process. Failure to follow the APA proper notice and comment process has been a popular challenge of Trump-era rules. There's a saying in law, you walk out the same door you walked in, meaning you follow the same steps to build something that you do to take it down. One of the most important issues is standing. It requires a three-part test. The first part is that the party bringing the action to court must have suffered an injury in fact. Second, there must be a link between the agency action complained of and the injury in fact. And finally, the court must be able to redress the injury in fact. Finally, we come to the issue of judicial deference. This gets at the heart of what courts do. If a court agrees to review a challenge of an environmental law, how the court reviews that challenge is critical for you to understand. It'll guide you whenever you're asked to assess a challenge. There's a sliding scale of how much courts will defer to an agency's decisions, from a great deal of deference to none at all. We need to be careful about how we interpret language. If an environmental statute is clear, then agency interpretation should be easy, but sometimes statutory language is ambiguous or silent on the issue. In these cases, an agency must use its own expertise to interpret the law and pass rules. The job of judges is to assess whether that interpretation is true to congressional intent. Judicial deference refers to the level of respect and restraint the court grants to administrative agencies. It can range from high to low deference. For example, if the issue involves scientific or health-based judgments, judges will likely apply high deference to the agency with in-house expertise, but not always. Unlike a constitutional legal question, judges may have greater expertise. Where there's ambiguity in the statutory language, and as mentioned earlier, this can be based on ambiguous language or silence on the issue, then this affords the interpreting agency greater deference because Congress has not spoken precisely on the matter.